What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Hot Toys Hotline, episode 136. Guys, thank you so much for being here on this fine Tuesday evening. As you can see, we got someone new on the stream. I got my dude, Fig Pozr. So it's funny, I've been chatting with Fig for a while, and I know he's been talking to Brick for a while, and he was like, I'm thinking about streaming soon. Brick's been asking me, and I promised Brick I'm going to go on his stream. So I was like, dude, I understand. Head on over to Brick's channel, and then whenever I can get you on, I'll get you on. So he actually streamed for the first time with Brick, and it went really well, and from there, Fig's like, I'm ready to go. He's like, let me know if I could swing it and fit it in my schedule. I'll hop on with you. So I appreciate you for being here, bro. I told you, it was a light panel this week, but we were already kind of talking about having you on anyway, so I'm like, perfect. Like, we can get some time in. Mike should be joining us. He won't be here for the whole stream. Stream shouldn't be too long, but we'll be able to chill, talk about some figures, get your thoughts on X-23, because I know that's probably a big one for you, and some other really cool stuff this week. I've been dying to talk about the Feral Predator. I didn't end up doing a video like I do sometimes on the Predator stuff, but I'm excited to talk about that as well. But I appreciate you for taking the time, bro, and for hanging out with me tonight. And I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts on a lot of this stuff. Even though I know most of it, I know a lot of people in the chat don't. So,
hey, the pleasure's all mine, man. I just got to tell them, man, what up, though, to the chat? What up, though, to my guys on the hotline? I'm just happy to be here,
Yes, sir. And I know a lot of you guys have seen him in the chat, so it's not like it might not be a familiar face yet because you're just now seeing him on stream, but I know you guys have seen him in all kinds of different chats. I see him everywhere, just like I am. But guys, we do have a quick announcement. We're going to be doing some giveaways. Lane wanted to be here because these figures are being graciously given by Lane for a giveaway, but Lane said, hey, you know what? I want to have this up and running for the holidays, and then we can kind of close it. So I will tell you this, guys. We are giving away 2 figures. One of them you have to be a channel member to give away. The other one you do not. So the first figure will be given away, which is channel members only. If you are a channel member, there's nothing you have to do. I will automatically pull the list. You have to be a channel member at the time of when the giveaway closes. So we're going to be closing these giveaways the second week of January. So that Monday at 11:59 p.m. EST, I don't know exactly the day, but the second week of that Monday at 11:59 p.m. EST, before the clock strikes 12. So if you're a channel member, you don't have to do anything. You'll automatically be entered to win the Iron Patriot from Endgame by Hot Toys, the big boy, not the smaller one, the big ass one,
the big guns.
And that's the one I personally like the most. I think it's dope, and I know Lane will probably miss that one very much because that's like one of the longest standing figures in his collection, but he wanted to do something for you guys and give away to you all. So we will be giving that away for channel members. And then if you're not a channel member, you still can win. Lane is also giving away a Kenobi 501st Trooper, which I think is very underrated. That one's got like the slimmer blaster. It's got the different proportions on the armor because those are actual actors in the suits and not CGI. So it's a really unique figure, and that blue is just a little bit different from that blue that we typically see in animation for the 501st, so it's a really dope figure. So I'm still, like, testing out the vertical and horizontal thing. So there's actually 2 streams. So you guys let me know if you like having the options. It seems like some people enjoyed having the vertical one as well. I might not continue to do it every single time, but for the time being, the week prior we tried it. This week, we're running 2 different streams as well. So there is a vertical and a horizontal version. You just have to click on the channel. I think the first one in the list, so the farther one down, is the horizontal stream if you would prefer that. But yeah, if you guys get annoyed by it, I could just turn that setting off. I was just trying it out to see how it works. But
I'm a horizontal guy myself. I can't lie.
There you go. So some people prefer one or the other, but we might just go balls to the wall and keep it traditional. But I just wanted to try it another week to see how it goes. But if you would like to win the Kenobi 501st, when this stream is over, make sure you comment in the replay comments, thank you, Santa Kramer, or something with Santa Kramer in it. Just don't troll him too much, but thank you, Santa Kramer, something along those lines. Because when I go to pull the comments, it'll make it easier if you comment that exact phrase, just because I use the YouTube comment picker thing to pull it, and it's very easy that way. So on the stream replay, if you want to be entered to win the Kenobi 501st, comment, thank you, Santa Kramer. And then again, if you're a channel member for the Iron Patriot, you don't have to do anything. I'll automatically enter you as long as you're still a channel member when we pull at the Monday on the second week of January, you'll be entered, so you don't have to do anything. Also, Lane said nobody international, unfortunately, because shipping is so expensive. So if you're international, unfortunately, you will not be able to win. So do not enter. We will have more international stuff for you guys in the future, but for this, we're going to keep it domestic only. And you cannot win both. So let's say you magically were to win both giveaways, we're going to re-roll. And maybe I'll give you the choice if you do win both. I'll say, hey, which one do you want more? But you cannot win both. So just keep that in mind. But with that
Lane
being
is
said,
so generous.
I know Lane is very generous. Lane's always giving away stuff on every channel, and it's like he makes me look like an asshole because you know what I mean? Like he's that guy, bro. But we got Philly in the house. Philly saying you might. He is, dude. He is. He says you might say that is very patriotic of Lane. I see what you did there. But yeah, whoever wins that Iron Patriot, you know, whether you keep it, trade it off, like somebody's gonna want it because this is a dope figure. You know what I mean? So. We got my dude Valk in the house. By the way, thanks for being here, Philly, and thanks for being a hotline hottie, my dude. We got Valk in the house, a moderator and a hotline hottie. He says, good evening, Connor and friends. Let's have a fun live stream, dropping those channel member emojis. Thanks for being here, my dude, as always. And yes, sir, Fig Pozr is in the house.
Yes, sir.
We got Erman. What's up, my friend? Erman says, shout out all the way from Malaysia, brothers. Thanks for tuning in, bro. I don't know what time it is for you there, but I appreciate you making time to hang out with us tonight. That's very kind of you. We got my dude, Jose Plus, in the house. What's up, my friend? Always great to see you. I hope you're doing well. We got Travis in the house. What's up, Travis? I already read a comment from JB. Thanks for being here, JB. We got my dude Gio in the house, another hotline hottie. He says, hello, collectors. I hope you all are well. I'm doing great, man. Like I said, there's some pretty cool stuff this week. We got a double drop. We got a release of a really cool figure. So I'd say it's been a pretty good week so far. Thanks, Jose. Even though I corrected myself, thanks for throwing that in there. I appreciate it, dude. We got Adam in the house. What's up, my dude? Another hotline hottie. Adam says, what's up, guys? Merry Christmas and happy holidays. Same to you, my friend. Thanks for being here, as always.
Right back at you. Right back at you.
Yes, sir. We got Clone Trooper in the house. Clone Trooper says, I was wondering why there were two streams showing. Yeah. Hey, guys, if it's too confusing, moving forward, I'll disable it. I had it set the previous stream, and I just kept it on. I didn't even think of it, but here we are. We're testing it out, right? So if you guys don't like the double stream showing up and it's too confusing, I'll definitely turn it off. But yeah, guys, thank you, Santa Kramer. Make sure you comment this on the stream replay. If you don't comment it on the replay, I'm not going to find it because I've said before, like, oh, you can comment on the live stream. I'll try to find it. It was a mess. So, okay. All right. So maybe that's the consensus. We won't do the two different options. Moving forward, we'll change that. But thanks for being here, Sal. Good to see you, my dude. There's Jose giving me some more shit. Surprised we didn't cancel the stream. Okay, Jose. Thanks, dude. Big Rib in the house. What's up, my friend? He said, what's up, fellas? Let's effing go. Another hotline hottie. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Thanks for being here. I definitely did not say Josue. Who's saying Josue? Maybe it's Philly. Maybe Philly is saying Josue. That's messed up. It is Jose, Philly. It's probably an inside joke that I don't know about. My dude FBJ in the house. What's up, my friend? All right, so Jose's demanding his money back. I'm not sure which money it is, but Jose's demanding his money back. We got Yomo in the house saying what's up to Fig. All right, guys, we're going to get started. Again, guys, thanks for everybody for being here. If I missed your comments, as I'm trying to quickly read through everything, I'll say what's up to you as everybody pops in. Jose's acting real vertical right now. I feel the same way, Sal. I feel the same way. What's up, my dude? OG in the house, another moderator in the hotline. Hottie, I appreciate you, my friend. And then Red Priest says, what's up? Horizontal is better, but just stopping by while at work. Well, I appreciate you for stopping by. And then we got Josue Mike in the house. What's up, dude? Oh, I'm so jealous of that hoodie, bro. That's so fire.
What's up, guys? Hey, what's up, Fig Pozr? How you doing, man?
Hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you, bro.
You too. Nice to talk to you.
My God.
Dude,
my God.
It's crazy you're going to jump on here and just one-up me with that hoodie. Where? Damn, I'm jealous.
Can we get a full screen of that hoodie?
Yeah, we got to put him on the spot, bro.
Yeah, man, come on. Let's get these out of the way. There you go.
He's
Wait. Hold on. Let me make it better.
Hold on.
Drip season.
All right. He's got the Bape Waylon Yutani.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm so jealous. Sigourney Weaver. She seems like such a sweetheart, dude.
Damn.
Obviously, I've never met her.
She is.
I'm so
She was
jealous.
really cool.
So jealous, dude.
She is a legend, man.
Just rub it in. Rub it in.
Damn.
Thanks for that opportunity.
Yeah. But thanks for being here, bro. Always great to have you, because I know lately your schedule's been absolutely nuts. Is that the Home Depot R2D2?
Yeah.
Oh, so you took it off the base as well. I figure a lot of people are doing that.
I actually didn't yet.
Oh, it's on the base right now?
On the
I couldn't
base,
even tell. That's
but
crazy.
I will be taking it off. I have so many, I have boxes of stuff to mod this thing with.
Nice.
But I want to paint it first before I do all that stuff, and it's so cold here that I don't really want to paint yet. So
I mean, Fig knows. Fig's in the DMV like I am, and he knows it's been cold as shit. Like Monday, it was like 20 degrees, bro. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Sunday night was brisk. Oh my god.
I was feeling a little bit better about myself. In my YouTube stream, something popped up about this town. I can't remember the name of it now, in Siberia, where it's like 98 degrees below zero. And I was watching how these people live, and I was like, I'm not complaining anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
Ice fishing.
Bro, it was nuts, man. Yeah, it's crazy how people survive in that. So no complaints from me anymore. But yeah, it's too cold
First
to
world
paint.
problems for us.
Yeah.
By the way, what's up, Moose? I didn't mean to skip you, bro. Moose, thanks for being here, my friend, as always. Another hotline hottie. One of the GOAT hotline hotties. I appreciate you, my friend. Who else did I skip?
I spilled some water. Hang on.
No problem. Figured out in the house. He says, hello, everybody. I don't like this vertical stream. It's just weird. Okay, guys. I'll fucking turn off the vertical stream. You guys crack me up.
Tell him to go to the other one. When he goes to your live, like to your channel, if he sees
the lower one, the lower one is the horizontal. I promise you guys, I've heard y'all. It's so funny. People are like, turn this shit off. I'll turn it off. I promise you guys. I know. I'm sorry, guys. Last week, no one complained. Or the week before. Sorry, Jose. Jose's gonna be like, what do you mean last week? But I'll turn it off, guys. You've been heard loud and clear. But we're gonna get started with X-23, man. And I'll say this. Sometimes Fig Pozr, we get some mixed reviews in the Hot Toys comments when something drops. But this one, there we go. This one has been very positive. I was happy to see that, because I'm like, this turned out great. I think this looks very close to the prototype. And yeah, she looks awesome. And I actually thought, out of all of the characters, I thought this was probably my... Gambit was like very comic inspired, so that one's a given. Like, that was a good outfit. But I think they did a pretty good job with X-23. I liked what they did with her. I liked how she had the glasses. I thought that was a funny little touch. And yeah, I like her fit, and I think she looks really cool. And what I really love about this outfit that really ties it together for me is the toe blade that you can put in her boot. I think that's really dope. And she's also got like visible articulation in the boots. I don't know how I quite feel about that yet, because they've been doing, like, Wolverine, for example, has like the bendable boots that you don't have to have any seam lines or anything on. So she does not have that. So I don't know how I feel about that, because I feel like we're kind of spoiled now, because they've done those type of boots a few times now. Like Hobie Brown, Spider-Punk had those as well, and a few other recent figures. But
you know what I think? I think it's because it was so stylized that they were like, all right, maybe between the kind of seam lines, we could kind of hide it and fit it in, I guess,
Yeah, because they did a split cut, it looks like, but they hit it like inside where the buckles are, and it does look like pretty clean. I'll say for a lot of the recent stuff they've done, I think it's the more clean. Let's see. Oh, there you go.
But that's
Travis. It is, bro. It looks really good. I should have pulled up. Shout out to my dude, Six Scale Treasures. I know, the hair looks great, man. And I actually really like that like windswept piece that you could. Dude, the glasses are too good. They're too good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I really like. Let me get a picture of that windswept piece, because that's a nice little detail too. Like, I like stuff like that, just like simple little details that kind of add to that realism. The elbows look nice too. I will say this: Hot Toys has done a pretty good job with their seamless arms, not making them look like weirdly bunched up when you bend it. Because some of the cheaper companies, like Asmus, for example, their arms are just super hollow on the inside, the seamless arms, and they just literally fold on themselves. So Hot Toys has been pretty good about that. The past couple years, they've done a good job with that. And I love holding the Juggernaut helmet. Like, I feel like people are just gonna buy this partially just to get that, because that's just like a cool little.
a couple pyro flames on the base. I didn't pay attention to that before.
Yeah, that's true. It does have that. There it is right there. I completely forgot about that. See, that to me is a good base. Like, it could be a little bit bigger, but there is enough room for her to stand. It's not like like the Feral Predator, for example. Love that figure. The base is terrible because you can't stand him basically on it. You have to have 1 foot kind of standing off. Otherwise, he's just kind of like this, you know. What's up, SG Collectibles? I appreciate you for being here, my friend. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, this is a really good looking figure. I'm very pleased with it. And, you know, this will be the last X-23 we get for quite a while until we see, you know, what role she has and to what extent Hot Toys goes with figures for the later upcoming films. So who knows how hard they're going to go on figures. Probably another Endgame / Infinity War type deal, I would imagine. So maybe we'll see her again and maybe she'll have an alternate look. But I really like this look. I think it's cool. Bro, those toe blades are so dope. I really mess with that. That's super cool to me. You can see
that's what differentiates her.
Exactly, right? It's something unique, and obviously, like, the 2 claws are unique to her too. She looks really cool in that regard. Like, yeah, the split cut don't look too bad. That is a bit unsightly. I won't lie. I won't lie. It's a bit unsightly, that seam on the side. But I guess if you have her Pozr like front facing, you won't really see it.
It's kind of like Marvel Legends-esque.
Yeah, that is a great pose right there, though. I mess with that. That's really dope.
You see, that's what I was gonna say. Like, the base is large enough for her to do a dynamic pose, so that's kind of cool.
Right. I agree. I really don't mind the sculpted hair on this one. I got to be honest with you. I do like it. Like, of course, with rooted hair, it would be like to the next level. But for me, I think they did a good job with it. And like you said, I think they improved the sculpted hair a little bit. I forgot Asmus did X-23. I completely forgot about that. That must be, I don't know how old that figure is. It must have been a minute.
They had a Marvel license? I didn't know that.
Maybe it was when they were unlicensed, because they used to make unlicensed figures years ago.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, dude, Jose, that'd be sick, man. So if I'm being honest with you, and I know this is gonna break Fig Pozr's heart, I still don't know if I'm gonna keep this pre-order, bro. I don't know, because you know I've been cutting down on Marvel a lot, and I've already made some exceptions with getting 2 different Wolverines from this movie, 2 different Deadpools, and I'm like, do I need this? I don't know. It's dope.
Bro, I'm gonna keep it 1,000.
1,000. Okay.
I didn't order this, bro, and I love the X-Men. You know I love the X-Men, but
yeah,
I need like a comic inspired, like, battle kind of costume. Like, I don't like the civilian looks as much. You know, like, that's kind of the only. I would have bought it. Yeah.
I think,
but it looked
you're
good.
probably in the majority on that one.
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah. I can't deny it though. Like I said, I agree with that. Like, if I had to pick one, I would certainly go the route you're speaking of. But I do love this fit. I think they did a good job, because I told you this before. I did not care for how Blade looked in this film. It just didn't do it for me. And, you know, and then we're missing like key weapons from his arsenal, and it just didn't work for me. So this is the one that I was actually happy with. And of course, Gambit, he looked awesome, and I wish we would have got that figure that they teased. I didn't really care to get the Elektra, so that's like no skin off my bones. I feel bad for those who didn't get it, but yeah, she looks really good. I want to pull up. Shout out to the Figure Hideout. Pull up his video. And by the way, Moose says, hello, community collectors. This week's haul: Deluxe Wolverine, Brown Suit Wolverine. I guess you got both of those Wolverines. Wednesday, T800 battle damage, and he says vertical sucks. Okay, guys, just for a refresher, if you don't like the vertical, there is a horizontal version. It does a duplicate. It's weird. I promise you guys, moving forward, we're turning that feature off. I heard y'all loud and clear. I'll turn that off. Yeah, I would much rather have the Deadpool. No way, Jose. Get it? No way, Jose. Let me stop. But no, like, I'd much rather have Deadpool over X-23 personally. But yeah, I think she looks really good. And you know, something's weird. So speaking of Wednesday, I opened her up, and the way Hot Toys did it, she has a seamless neck, but it's like hollow on the inside, and then they just stuck like a foam ring inside of it. I think it's because it has a super long neck connector for the way that they had to get that head to sit down on the body. So I wonder if this will be a similar situation here. I guess those are the... Okay, so I figured that's out. So there's a bit of a seam there. I wonder if that's magnetic or what. I didn't actually listen to the audio of this video. But yeah, she comes with a decent amount of stuff. I think, and I don't remember this one being that expensive either. It was probably like what, like $285? Does anyone remember the price? What's up, my dude? Sneaky Figures in the house. What's up, my friend? Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, but that's Deadpool, dude. I gotta have one with the battle damage look and one. I want the clean version with the head sculpt. That's my plan, dude. So I got plans for it, man. I mean, who knows? You know me. I could just decide I don't want it anymore and sell it. But right now, I do want both of those. And the main thing with the TVA Wolverine, I just want to experience that figure in person. That's like the biggest thing for me, because obviously I've seen videos, and I think it looks really good. I just want to see what it looks like in person, because I think they like exactly recreated Hugh Jackman's physique, and it's actually pretty nuts. It looks really cool. Here's a quick unboxing from Azuki's Toy. Maybe I'll even slow this down a little bit. Oh, do they not let you do that anymore? Guess not. Screw me. Maybe this is for like a short video. You can't. I don't know. But shout out to Azuki's Toy. Yeah, I don't know, dude. The more I look at those boots, I feel like they should have gone with that like seamless route. Maybe they couldn't do that because of the toe blades. They had to have a more solid plastic. Maybe that was their reasoning for doing that.
It could have been a Magna though, or maybe the toe blade would have looked out of place because it would have had to have seams or something like that. But
yeah, that's probably why they did that. I like the glasses, bro. Sometimes Hot Toys really messes up on glasses. Like, we've seen it a lot with Terminator. But I think they did a pretty good job on these, especially because they're like a unique-looking pair of glasses with the pattern and everything. This is cool just to have. You know what I mean?
That's the disrespect. That's the disrespect to me, bro.
Here we go.
How you going to throw in accessories of characters you should be making? Like, we need X-Men villains as well. Like, this is disrespectful.
You know what this reminds me of, bro? When they did... the Iron Man 3 had him stepping on Ironmonger on the base. That is a figure that I wanted for the longest time ever, and I never bought it because the plastic one was super old and it had issues with like cracking in the thigh area, so I never bought it. When I saw that, I was like, get out of here. Or like the lizard base. You know, we didn't get like a full lizard. We just got him like reaching out, and yeah, over time I just didn't really care
for the Sandman
base.
Or the Sandman base. You know, it's disrespectful.
Yeah. She looks like she poses really well. You might have some limitations in the center, like in the crotch area, but she looks like she poses pretty well. Damn. This would make for a good custom, though. Like, if you could find somebody to do, like, a more comic-accurate outfit with this head sculpt, that might be pretty dope.
You know, the funny thing, I have a friend right now that has this on order, and he's planning on putting a black skin tight kind of custom outfit on her, kind of like to look just like that and extract the belt from this outfit.
Yeah, that's gonna be dope. I look forward to seeing that. You'll have to share it with me. Like I said, guys, I think this turned out great. I don't know if I'm gonna keep my pre-order just because I am cutting down on Marvel, and I feel like this would be one I would cut out. I know Jose wants me to sell my Deadpools, and maybe I will sell one of them eventually, but I do want to at least keep one. Because that's my dude. I like Deadpool. But, yeah, I think this turned out great. I'm guessing, Mike, you did not pick this one up. And now Mike's vertical Mike. I'll never escape this. It's so crazy, bro. When we did this 2 weeks ago, no one said a single thing. It was just like business as usual. And now this week, it's like once one person says it, it's just an uproar.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, the vertical thing, I guess I'm not part of the TikTok generation or something. I don't know. I just turn my phone. Turns. It's kind of cool. Yeah. But now I think this, like, I agree with everything you guys said. I think this figure looks great, and it has a little bit of a special place in my heart because that's my wife as X-23 when Logan came out, and that's just us walking around lower Manhattan. Yeah, we spent the night walking around Soho as old man Logan and X-23. So when this came out, I kind of thought about getting it like for that reason because it was like such a fun memory. But I would like the comic version. I agree with you guys. Like, I think a little bit older because then you kind of get away with it being a little sexy. You know what I mean? Like, you're out of the teenage young years and all that. Like, they can get more like how she is in the comic. I think would look cool.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I feel you on that. And, you know, I think this is one of those lines that when you saw the movie, it was like the hype was huge and like, you're like, shit, I'm getting this. I'm getting this. And that's how I was. I was like, I'm getting Kid Pool. I'm getting, you know, and then I came back down to earth 6 months later. I'm like, I'm not fucking getting this Kid Pool and I'm not getting Lady Pool.
They were cool figures though. Like, I get
they were.
Feel.
No, they were.
Yeah.
The Kid Pool is dope. It's a dope figure, but like Nice Pool, I'm not getting that, you know. I had to stop myself because I'm like, you're not going to care about these figures. They're going to sit in the back of your display in 3 months, and you're just going to forget about them. So I had to sell off the Lady Pool. I never even opened it because I was just like, I don't want to go down this path with all these Deadpool variants and that, you know, because had I done that, then I would have got that third party like Western Deadpool, which is like one of my favorite variants from the movie. And weirdly enough, Marvel Legends just announced a new wave today, and it has that Deadpool in it and a bunch of other ones. Like, it's a pretty cool wave.
Would have been cool if they did the Old Man Logan.
That Cassandra Nova head sculpt is really good too. Like, better than that third-party 1/6 scale one. It actually looks really good.
They're stepping their game up. Marvel Legends is stepping their game up.
Yeah, Hasbro using that 3D scanning technology that they're using, they've definitely gotten better, especially Black Series. I always felt Black Series was behind on the head sculpts to Vintage Collection for some reason, considering it was a bigger scale. I always felt that was weird. But they look a lot better. Like the new Anakin sculpts and Obi-Wan, they look pretty good. But yeah, I guess we'll move on from X-23. Now, this next one is one that I've wanted to talk about all week, and I've been talking, of course, every time there's a new Predator something, everybody hits me up and they want to hear my thoughts on it. I talked to Fig Pozr about it a lot. I talked to Brick about it a lot. So here's my thoughts on it, guys. I'm very excited for it, and I already know the main topic of discussion with this one, which made it divisive, was the fact that people had purchased the first Feral Predator. Some people, unfortunately, for some reason, didn't pre-order it originally, and then, you know, maybe for whatever reason, maybe, you know, they saw Predator Badlands, they're like, I want a Predator figure, let's get the newest one, and I'll buy the Feral Predator, and they spent $600-700 on it on eBay, and now we're seeing this one from Hot Toys. So when we're talking about that aspect of it, I understand where people are coming from. At the same time, though, I have to chalk it up to, that's just the game you play with Hot Toys, or 6-scale collecting in general. You know, there's always a company out there that's looking to one-up another company. Look at the Jokers, bro. Look how many Heath Ledger Jokers we got. Look how many options we have for that. Imagine you bought the InArt Jokers day one. You got the rooted versions, and you're very happy with them. And then let's say you saw the J&D many months later, and you're like, holy shit, that's like super, super nice. Way better than my InArt ones, if that's your opinion, you know. Then you'd be upset with that too. And it's just like, I get it. You know, I heard, you know, Fig Pozr and Brick were talking about it, and, you know, I won't spoil like Fig's thoughts because I'll let him say it. But to me, you know, this is business 101. When you're trying to make money to fund like projects like Robo Kane, or I know Fig Pozr, and this is not giving him hope or anything, but I know Fig Pozr would really like to see a lot of X-Men figures, like outside of the Hono line, some like legit like Fox X-Men stuff. This is the type of stuff, this and like the limited releases, these are the type of figures where Hot Toys is like, cool, we can reuse this mold, change a couple things, and then we could just make quick money like that and turn around and be able to use that for other things. Or like Fig, you made the point of like InArt, maybe that's why they're going so hard on 112, because they can take that money and reinvest it into something else. So I think truly this is Hot Toys' way of doing that. And also, why would they not? Predator is the biggest it's been in years right now because of how well Badlands did. The amount of people that have reached out to me about Predator figures, whether they have known me or they saw my videos on YouTube, it's actually insane. And I've been able to help quite a few people get their first Predator figure, which I think is very cool. And a couple friends of mine got their first Predator figure, and I think that's awesome. But with that being said, again, like, I pre-ordered the Feral Predator when it first came out. I paid retail for it. And I want to add this too. There's not going to be that many people that would prefer a Predator in his weakest state before he dies with his arm chopped off over the clean version where he's like peak Hunter. There's not many people that would prefer this over that clean Hunter. So I'm going to say it now. I still think that the OG, I don't even want to call it that, but the clean version, I still think is going to hold pretty significant value. Just because a lot of people are going to prefer that clean version. Of course, it's going to take a little bit of a dip. That initial shock of, oh shit, there's another one. It's going to dip. But I do think over time, just like the OG Samurai Predator, when a lot of people were freaking out about that, that one is still selling for $650, $700 all day. So I don't think it's a reason to panic if you have the clean one. And also, they've done nothing in particular to upgrade this one over the original. So there's no added quills to the shoulders. There's no accuracy updates. It's literally just a different paint job, a slightly different base, and then you have a mandible that's damaged and cut off. So that's a different swap out faceplate. But also keep in mind, there's another faceplate with the clean that does not come with this one. So there's trade-offs, right? And again, not many people will prefer to have this one where he's literally about to die in the movie over the clean hero version of him. And as a Predator collector, a big Predator collector, I would agree with that. And also my final point is Hot Toys has done this for years. Years ago, when the City Hunter was in its 1.0 stage, before we got the 2.0 bodies, they did a battle damage version of that. And they did a battle damage version, I think, of the Celtic Predator as well, where, you know, where he gets the hole punch through his biomask when he gets killed by the grid alien. So they've done this for years. I think this is awesome. And before Fig potentially says it, yes, of course, like, my fandom for this franchise is also driving part of my opinion on that. But irregardless, like, outside of it, I would still think this is just what they use to fund it. I've never been against, like, the limited releases. I've never been, like, against the many Iron Mans and many Spider-Mans. I've just been like, oh, look at that, another Iron Man. You know what I mean? And I just, like, I'm not going to buy it, but cool. They have chilled with Iron Man this year. It's actually weird. It's very weird. They've chilled with Iron Man compared to what they, like, look back at the year prior to that. And that's all we got was, like, Iron Man variants. It was nuts. But yes, that is my long-winded answer without even saying what I think of the figure in detail. I think the figure's awesome. I love the fact that you can stick the arrows in his back. I love the fact that you can have him with his arm cut off when Naru kind of sets him up. The one thing I will say when it comes to the blood, it's weird that they didn't put any blood on the back of his head because Naru literally, like, point blanked his ass with the flintlock. And yes, he does, like, shake most of the blood off of his head, but you're still going to have, like, a bullet hole there. You know what I mean? Like, there's still going to be a wound. It's facing the back, so sure, it doesn't really bother me that much. But come on, if you're just throwing green paint on it, they could have at least done that. I'm going to complain about that. That's going to be my one big complaint about this. I do like the base. It's the same base that you can't really get him to stand on properly, but that tree is sick. I love that, and that's exactly how I'm going to have mine with the arm cut off and call it a day. So that is my long-winded answer. Fig Pozr, I'm going to jump to you because I know you have some additional thoughts that, you know, we kind of shared a differing opinion in a way on that, but we'll jump to you, and you can share your thoughts on it.
Okay. Well, you know, this figure makes me very, very conflicted, you know. In one way, I'm not upset at it. And, like, as a figure, I love it. It looks great. I feel like there are minor things they could upgrade to kind of take it to the next level. For example, what you said about the more green paint, the blood splatter in the back of the head. I feel like the detail of the paint could have been more finer and just better. Because I said it before, it kind of looks like Nickelodeon slime. So that thing could have been worked on, but other than that, you know, Hot Toys has a history of the back of battle damage figures not really matching the front, like MK.
Remember the Mark 85, bro? It stopped at the shoulder. Yeah,
like that was trash. But anyways, like I feel like this figure is made for diehards of Predator, or people that missed out on the first run, right? You know, you get a couple people that missed out on the original release and kind of regret it, and they don't want to pay aftermarket. This is their chance to get something that's unique, you know. So you know, I like it, but I don't like the practice of it. I felt like this could have been either limited or it could have been pushed back a little bit, maybe a couple more months to kind of give it room to breathe for the people that ordered the first one. That's kind of where I'm at with it. But hey, like I said, for you, I'm happy for you, bro. Like, this is right up your alley. I know you're gonna get it, and when if Naru comes out, that's gonna be a perfect setup for both of those. So
yeah, and I think, kind of going along with what you had said, I think the biggest argument against this one would be like, okay, why would you not just do Naru and then do this one? I totally understand, because that's one that I've wanted. I've talked to a couple third-party companies about doing Naru, and I don't know if they're moving forward with it. and this goes back to like over a year ago, I talked to a third-party company about doing Naru, and I sent them like references and everything, and haven't heard anything from it yet. But yeah,
we know how it is.
yeah. Let's see. Figured Out says those arrows aren't in his back; they're just wedged in the shoulder seam. Oh, I guess they are.
Yeah, people were doing that with the first release too.
Yeah, well, clever photography from Hot Toys. I was hoping maybe they added like a magnetic portion in the back, but
I think the Naru thing, I don't know, something must have happened with licensing or something, because I know NECA was working on one and then they never released it. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, there's something.
Is there a Funko Pop of her? I think they did do a Funko Pop, but obviously that's
Funko doesn't count as like likenesses. They don't.
Dude, well, friggin' Tom Cruise wouldn't even allow a Funko Pop.
Well, he's
nuts with that stuff.
Exactly, and that might be a different kind of contract he signs or something like that, you know. But in general, like those figures don't count as likenesses. So
yeah. Rick said,
if they don't make it in 1/12,
disagree, Rick. Agree to disagree, but I heavily disagree with you. Hot Toys should announce both clean and BD at the same time and let the people decide with no regret. I mean, for the collector, absolutely, but as a business, like, does it make more sense to pull what they pulled? Yeah, because they're like, cool, we got our sales for the clean one. And to be honest with you, I don't even know if that clean one sold that well, because, you know, again, Predator is just now starting to make a big comeback, especially because of Badlands. So I don't even know. None of us really know how well that sold. I would imagine, because to be fair, before Badlands came out, the Feral was still selling for like $550 to $600. It was still selling for a lot. Badlands kind of put it over the edge and made it sell for the $700 crazy range.
I have a feeling it wasn't getting a lot of pre-orders because it didn't last very long.
I don't think so.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was months that it was sold out, which sounds counterintuitive, right? It sounds like it's sold out, but I think pre-orders were, you know, they weren't through the roof, so they didn't keep making them, so they cut it off early. I think, based on when it cut off.
I think so too. Big Rib, where did you get yours from? Because I have not heard of any places that haven't shipped theirs yet. Because like everywhere is sold out and have been for a while. You might want to reach out to them. Maybe Pop Culture. That's crazy. Adam said, "Dude, if I was in a movie, I would sign whatever to get a figure made of me. Dude, I'd do the same as long as they're. I mean, of course, you got to make sure they're paying you for your likeness, or you know, so however deals they worked out, whatever deals they worked out. But
I'm wondering if it's like a religious thing or something, you know, because I don't know. I don't know what it says in you know, his philosophy, but it could be that you can't have idols of yourself. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Bailey says, I'm keeping OG Pharaoh, much prefer the clean look, looks more menacing. And I think a lot of people would agree with you. You know, you're buying a clean, like, peak hunter versus a predator that's literally about to be killed. Like, this is literally what he looks like before Naru, like, outsmarts him and he dies. Sal said, I got the OG Pharaoh for $350 shipped. I don't need this, but it's pretty damn cool. And IMO, the OG is still superior. Agreed. Totally agree. And some people, they just like the flashiness of battle damage, you know, so this might appeal to them more, but generally speaking, I think I'm right in saying most people would prefer the clean one. What's up, my dude? Thanks for being here, my friend. Damn, no, he says, what's up, Connor and Mike, Fig Pozr? Just screw you, buddy. No, I'm just joking. What's up, Christian? Great to see you, my friend. I'm just joking. I'm just messing with you, Christian. Dude, you know, you might want to reach out to him because that's crazy. Because I've had my Feral from off the racks for God knows how long, dude. It's been like 6 months at least. It's been a while, bro. You might want to reach out about that. But yeah, I think this is awesome. Mike, I don't know, how do you feel about this one? Like, do you think it's like, where do you sit on what side of the fence when it comes to like announcing something after a figure recently, you know, shot up in price and people maybe just bought some on eBay or whatever? Like, how do you feel about that? Hot Toys pulling a move like that?
Well, those are kind of two different questions. I feel bad for the person that just bought it on eBay and spent a lot of money on it and then might wish they had this one. But in general, I don't care. In general, this is toys. This is what toy companies do. I know these are very expensive toys, but this behavior is what every toy company does. So yeah, it's not surprising to me that Hot Toys does it. I also think it's like I think it's a healthy thing for the industry, like to come out with variants and keep things exciting. on the personal level, I understand the sting, but I don't think it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
I also respect this release because they didn't do any, like I think you mentioned this, they didn't do any upgrades. Like if the initial release, if they didn't smooth out that joint in the torso, and they gave us the original prototype version, and then in this one they figured it out and gave it. Yeah, like so there aren't things like that where you feel like you have a lesser figure. You just don't have the battle damage one.
Yeah.
And also, like, you know, there are things about this figure that I don't like. I wish it had cloth. I wish like the boots, at least the top of the boots were cloth. I wish the waist was
the
cloth.
Ankle wraps bother the shit out of me.
The ankle wraps look cheap.
I plan on having that modded
Yeah.
From George. He's gonna like basically cut them off and then wrap it with actual cloth. I haven't had any mods done to my Feral yet. Also, the torso is missing some of like the black dots all over the torso.
Oh yeah. But like if you look at like the Samurai Predator, which is a re-release, like that one has cloth all over the place, and they did that years ago. So, but what I'm saying is like at least they didn't make improvements to this that make me look down on my current figure. Yeah. So it's just like if you and I personally don't prefer the battle damage over what I have.
Yeah,
I like battle damage, but in this case, I like it. I like the clean version better. That's me personally. So yeah, I don't feel too stung by it. I do like the tree, but I can figure that out elsewhere if I really wanted to.
Right? Yeah, you certainly could. OG, thanks for the $5 by the way, and OG, I promise you guys I'll turn off the vertical. It's so crazy because 2 streams ago I had it on and no one said anything. I feel bad because I would have turned it off had I known. OG, if you go on my channel and go to the lower stream of the 2, that will be the horizontal version. But after this, moving forward, guys, I promise I'll turn it off. But thank you so much. You're too kind, my friend, for the $5. OG said I may be a boomer, but please switch back. I'm sorry, OG. Sorry I did y'all.
They got their pitchforks out.
I know, bro. They're ready to kill me before Christmas. Come on, guys. I promise I'll make it right. Ash Chase says this would be sick pose with battle damage Wolverine. Yeah, and I saw someone else. I like this idea too. Shout out to Game Shift. Game Shift says this Predator would be fun to display, fighting some alien or big chap and losing the fight. Yeah, you can have him with his arm chop, or not even. He doesn't have to be losing the fight necessarily, because Predators, they go out on their shield. He could be missing an arm and still win the fight. You never know.
I take back everything I just said. I kind of want this now.
As soon as they said the Wolverine thing, you're like, oh,
God
shit.
Damn it.
Well, Mike has this like grand idea. He's doing this crazy thing. I think you're still sticking with that, right? Your big plan. So this might have to make it into that plan somehow.
If they can source it, believe it or not, like that's been a problem. But yes, I do have a grand plan.
Yeah. Equan. Speaking of this, I literally just got the invoice from Off the Rack. So if you ordered from there, you might want to reach out or check your email, check your spam, because mine literally just shipped. I think it shipped. I paid the invoice, but I think it did just ship. I'm fairly certain it did. Because sometimes I'll get like 1,000 invoices from John. He'll be like, oh, Battle Damage Terminator's ready. He just messaged me, I think, yesterday about it. So, yeah, I know. Sorry about that, bro. But again, I appreciate the 5, and I promise moving forward, I'll turn that setting off. The crowd has spoken. The tribe has spoken. Sal says that shot with the dreads in motion is pretty sick. Would be crazy to have them wired. You know what, Sal? I wish I could agree with you, but they originally did wire these, and then they changed it for the final products, and I do think these look way better. It sounds like a good idea. But at the end of the day, imagine having to pose every single one of those dreads. It's just going to be a pain in the ass. I do like what they did with Deck, though. With Deck, he has a swappable dread piece where you can have them in motion to replicate that really dope poster that they did. So maybe moving forward, that's what they'll do more. I don't know if that's like something they could only kind of figure out with Deck because he has different style of dreads. But yeah, and Equan, definitely reach out to John if you don't see it, because like I said, he literally just invoiced me for it. But yeah, Sal, maybe that could be a project for you, dude. Make some custom dreads. I know some people out there. Shout out to George from GKH16 Customs, who does all the Predator mods on my figures. He made his own dreads, and they look really good.
But I do like the weight of these. Like, see how these look like weighted, and like I like that. Like,
me too.
They look natural.
Me too. These are the best dreads.
Yeah, and that could be a problem with wired stuff. You know what I mean? Like the more you try to straighten it, the more it's like curving.
And this is why I'm such a princess with drape capes, bro. I just love that simulated weight that you get. And yes, I get the wiring is meant to also simulate weight, so it's kind of counterproductive to say that, but I just love that look, man. I just love it. And it's preference, you know. Some people that are better at posing the wired capes are better than me at it, you know what I mean? Clearly, because I just prefer what I prefer, you know. Moose says 2 years a member. That's crazy. 24 months. Thank you so much, Moose. And still a bridesmaid. Oh, I don't know what that means. You're a bachelor to me, Moose. You're not a bridesmaid. Ash is saying now I think of it Wolverine and X-23. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, see, bro, I complain about that every single time. And to be fair, I know a lot of people had issues with the Pattinson belt. I didn't have too many issues with that one, but when I saw like Legolas, I was like, bro. That's no. And it was a false alarm with the Snape because that little necktie that he has when it looked like we had to put that on. I was pissed, bro. I was like, why? Like, just put it on. But thankfully, they were just kind of showing you that you could take it on and off in that video. So we didn't have to put that on ourselves. So
I still haven't done my Legolas yet. I'm just like, oh, God. I need at least a couple hours alone to work on that.
I can't wait to get my Legolas.
Dude, he looks great, man. And as a big Pirates fan, because you guys know I'm not super into Lord of the Rings yet. I'm never saying never.
Yeah, but give me time. It's just been 20 years.
Yeah, I gotta wait. I gotta wait for the figures to sell out, so I'm not tempted. But I will say this: at seeing such a good Orlando Bloom head sculpt and being a big Pirates fan, I'm like, damn. I hope somehow, some way, we get a good Will Turner. That's what I'm really hoping for, because you know that company Akuaz that is doing all these really dope Pirates figures, like that Barbosa looks insane, bro. That is like one of the best 1/6 scale figures I've ever seen on a mass production scale. It looks amazing. And those were like, that was a production sample that we saw in that video a few months ago. And then they did Captain Salazar, which is a figure that I never thought I'd get and a figure that I've wanted forever. And it looks insane. I pre-ordered that as soon as it went up. So I hope that company keeps doing pirate stuff, and hopefully they do other stuff too. I've heard it's Damn Toys like partnered with another company, because Damn Toys does that a lot. They do like third-party stuff under different names.
I want to see the final for those.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a production, like a final production sample. So fingers crossed, nothing changes between what we saw there and now. But dude, like that Barbosa looks nuts, man, and it's not that expensive. It was like $350.
Yeah.
Like that is
and
a great
beard
deal.
Rooted everything, right?
Right, rooted beard. Yeah, that's what I've heard, Moose. I've heard that that's Damn Toys, and Damn Toys, don't sleep on them. They do great work. Those Platoon figures look awesome. Granted, like the likeness,
except for Defoe,
the Willem Dafoe sculpt was a little rough, but they look great though, and like the kit's gonna be awesome. The tailoring's gonna be great. Damn Toys does great work. It's crazy. We haven't even talked about the Magna Guard yet, and I will tell you something. I'm very excited for this, but something that pisses me off, and you guys already know what I'm going to say. Why did they not announce the silver version at the same time? Why would you show it to us? Because here's the dilemma that some people, not myself, some people are going to have. Okay, do I just buy 2 of the blue ones because this is all we're going to get? Do I wait to see if we get the silver version? If I remember correctly, the scene that I would like to replicate is when they approach Grievous on the ship. And, you know, Obi-Wan and Anakin cut the heads off the Magna Guards. They're fighting them, and then the Magna Guards still fighting them with the head cut off and stuff. If I remember correctly, in that scene, one of them is blue and one of them is silver. So, like, you kind of have to give us both, right? Why would they tease this and not just drop them both at the same time? I have no idea. It makes absolutely no sense. I hope that they don't go the route that some people are suggesting, that maybe they'll just make it a limited release, which I would not put it past them. That would be a huge bummer. Granted, do I think the blue is the better look of the two? Personally, yes. It's just got more detail to it. That battle damage on the paint just looks really nice to me. This doesn't have any die cast, but I think those of you guys who own the Super Battle Droid, you know that like it didn't really need it. Would I prefer some battle damage? Would I prefer some die cast? Yes, but I like the Super Battle Droid. I think it has decent weight to it. It doesn't necessarily feel cheap to me. So this will probably feel about the same. But yeah, I think this is a really exciting announcement. It's funny. I was just talking about this with Chris not that long ago when we got Grievous. I'm like, I was making the noise like the baton in my head. Like that's all I could think of, bro. Like Revenge of the Sith just lives rent free in my head. So like when I saw this, I'm like, dude, hell yeah, it's about time. And like everybody's getting their Grievous now. It's starting to arrive for everybody. that figure turned out great, apart from the poop faceplate, which fingers crossed Topo will announce that soon. I've been talking to him about it on and off for quite a while and sending him references and stuff. So we should be hearing about that hopefully soon. But I really love that figure. Hot Toys, the engineering is excellent. They did such a great job on that. So very, very excited for this. I will be grabbing, and I already pre-ordered one from off the racks. I'll be grabbing one blue one and one silver one, and that's it for me. And I try not to double up a lot, but the clones and the droids usually get me most of the time. But yeah, this is dope, dude. I think the cloak looks awesome. Some really nice weathering. The damage looks good. And I can only imagine how cool this is going to be in the hand with the engineering on the body and everything. It's going to be a really fun figure. And yeah, this one might be a yawn to some people, but to me, this is like nostalgia in a figure. Fig, are you getting this one? We didn't actually talk about this at all this morning because we were talking about something else. So I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this one.
So, all right, with this one, originally, when people were mentioning it, when Grievous released, they were saying, where's the Magna guards? We need Magna guards. So I was like, do I really need that? But then, I just got my super battle droid. That's my first droid. I got it for, luckily, a good price, sealed. And I kind of understand the hype, but I'm not hyped enough to go for 2 droids, 2 clones, that kind of thing. I think I'm good with one of each. And I will be getting the blue one. And it's crazy. You mentioned the silver one. If you slide through the shots, they showed the silver one and it looks ready to go.
I know.
And bro, I think what they're doing is they're saving it for a different time, kind of stretching it out.
Bro, look at that shot though. Like that is peak right there, bro. That's Revenge of the Sith. That's one of my favorite Star Wars movies right there, bro. That's so fire, man. And real quick, InArt Newbie. Fig, we got to answer this real quick. All of us, really.
Go ahead.
Yes. It is. You are safe to be a collector of anything here, but
yeah, absolutely.
I was joking with Fig before the stream started. I'm like, look, my only InArt figure. I have a bunch of InArt figures, dude. Like basically everything that's not Lord of the Rings, I have, and I have a shit ton of Hot Toys, and I have 3-0. I have everything, and a lot of us here on the panel have a little bit of everything. So, absolutely, it's safe to be a fan of anything here because we don't discriminate. If it's cool, we'll talk about it, And we're gonna talk about Thorin. And hey, I've said it. I'm not a Lord of the Rings guy, but we're gonna talk about Thorin because I think he looks really good. So, thank you for being here, and absolutely, yes, you are safe to talk about whatever figures you want here, 100%. Oh shit. Sorry to cut you off, Fig, real quick. I actually ordered that. I think it looks pretty good. And SW Toys, everything but that Ninja Gaiden Ryu, that was such a piece of shit. I literally returned that. I've never returned a third-party figure before. I hit up TNS Figures. I'm like, please take this back. This is awful. Like, dude, it showed up. The arms were broken off the body in the box. The paint was, like, rubbed all over because they made his armor die-cast. Again, die-cast is not always the answer sometimes, and for that figure, it was not, and it sucks because I loved those games as a kid, bro. Like Ninja Gaiden Black, one of my favorite games of all time, and yeah. So SW Toys generally has been pretty good. Their Barbosa for $180 was awesome, but then we got the new one, and I'm like, all right, well, see you later. I don't want to play with you anymore. Toss it in the toy box. But yeah, I definitely pre-ordered that one like day one, the Blackbeard. So
that figure looks insane, man.
Yeah,
that figure looks really good.
Yeah. But sorry, Fig, I feel like I cut into your thoughts, but
no, I was kind of wrapping it up. I was just basically, I will get the blue one, but I think I'm gonna pass on the silver one, unfortunately. And same thing. I was originally planning to get 2 droidicas, 2 super battle droids, 2 Geonosis, just regular droids, and then 2 of these maybe. But I gotta consider space. Like I'm trying to do a crazy one Maji case. Just a prequel shelf, and I want to try to fit as many as I can in there, and the doubling up is going to be kind of dangerous. It's going to be dangerous, so I think I'm going to settle down.
And I will say,
but I will buy the blue.
Yeah, the blue is definitely the cooler. I will say this: the Droidica is way bigger than I expected. I bought 2 of them, and when that thing showed up, I was like, "Holy shit, this is way bigger than."
The Droidica takes up so much space.
Dude, it is huge. It's badass, and I, of course, it's a memory for me. Like I love the Droidicas. Like when they roll out and they're like destroyers. You know what I mean? But
wait, Fig, is that the one you said you have, or you have the Super Battle Droid?
I just got the Super Battle Droid in.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm waiting. It's funny. My last payment for the Droidica is at like the 25th on Christmas.
Oh, nice. So you have that coming in too. All right, cool. Yeah, those are both great, dude.
Yeah.
I can't
Let
wait.
me,
I was going to
catch up
say
with-
one more comment. One
Go
more
for it, yeah.
comment.
Go for it.
The eyes of these Magna guards should be USB. There's no excuse at this day and age. Like, I don't like that it's
I
battery
agree.
operated.
I agree.
Yeah, I was going to say
Couldn't
that
agree
too.
more. You know, we've talked about this. It's just annoying how they're picky and choosy with features, and it's like now we worry about the, you know, talking about like doing figures too soon. 100% every Iron Man is going to get redone now that they've got USB power running through the whole thing. That's just like their excuse to do it. Maybe not now, but eventually it will happen, you know.
Yeah.
I want to catch up on some comments real quick because we got a lot piling up. By the way, what's up to my dude Kaiju Daddy? What's up, my friend? Thanks for being here. He said it's a conspiracy. It certainly is. Where the fuck is the silver, you know, Magna Guard? What's the conspiracy here? It's funny. For years, people wanted a blue Magna Guard and black series, and we just got it with the retro Revenge of the Sith packaging that they kind of reissued a lot of stuff. And I have it in my collection, and I love it. It's actually like a great figure. They did an awesome job on it. Game Shift said, I think the reason Hot Toys did that because they knew the silver one would sell better, so they... Very possible. Very possible. And I think someone else probably said the same thing. Beskar said silver is rare in Star Wars lore, so it may be limited. Silver Magna Guard. Yeah, we'll see. I don't recall, but when Grievous is confronted by Obi-Wan on Geonosis, I think a lot of them, if not most of them, were blue as well. I definitely like Fig and I were saying, the blue I think looks cooler for sure. Just that extra, and blue's my favorite color, so you know that's helping my point there. But it looks really dope. I agree, OG. OG says faith. If the blue version sells well, I think the silver will be a general release. Either way, I'm going to get it. I'm going to find a way. Like I said, like I always say, I'll find a way for sure. InArt Newbie says, love this new release. Going to be awesome. Already have in mind what I'll be doing. Dude, I know, man. Hot Toys is really... I am very pleasantly surprised by Hot Toys when it comes to Revenge of the Sith this year. They've done us dirty in the past on anniversaries, and we got... Palpatine with a Sidious and an Emperor Palpatine look, Chancellor Palpatine look. We got Sidious Chancellor Palpatine look. We got Darth Vader on the table. We got this. We got our General Grievous release. There's been so much, and we got freaking 2 new Anakins. We got a new Obi-Wan with the Mustafar battle damage, like, and that sculpted Anakin is nuts. Like they've done us pretty proud this year, I think, or for Revenge of the Sith.
What a year.
Yeah, I know. Because I was worried because they have done us dirty in the past. They certainly have with these anniversaries. Like, look at... Like, they didn't go that hard on Return of the Jedi like I thought they would. They did some good stuff, but they didn't go that hard. Empire Strikes Back, they really didn't go that hard. So, I'm happy. Rainbow camouflage, that would be crazy. Yes, I definitely prefer the cape look. I think that kind of completes the look. Otherwise, it doesn't really have that iconic, like, noticeable, like, silhouette that we all know and love. Which if I remember correctly, the Magna Guards actually were one of the considerations for General Grievous's design. Like, you know, if you watch the behind the scenes, they have all these crazy different designs. And I think the Magna Guards were actually one of the ones that they were, you know, drawing up as an idea for General Grievous.
Figurecraft just mentioned that as well in the chat too. Yeah.
Interesting.
Dude, this is like, we're making the headlines with this. I'm guessing this is Zach. What's up, Zach? Zach, if you go to... this is so funny. If you go to StreamYard, they have a new feature where you can select to do vertical, horizontal, or both at the same time. So if you go there, if you want to try it out yourself, I'm sure Zach will experiment with it because he's that type of guy to experiment with stuff. That's how you do it. Big Dog Pound in the house. What's up, my friend? I'm going to back the mic up a little bit. Woo! What's up, my friend? I wish Chris was here to give you your proper introduction, but, you know... UPS right now, he's making it home at like 10 o'clock at night, so he's MIA for the time being. Sorry guys, I'm just catching up on some comments. Oh yes, you are never. He might mess around and give away some more stuff. You never know, dude. By the way, guys, if you're just now here, please consider dropping a like on the stream, and don't forget to go back to the beginning of the stream later because I have details on how to enter the giveaway. Giveaways, I should say, because there are 2. We got my dude, Steve, Figures and Fandom, in the house. What's up, my friend? A channel member for 20 months. He said, hi, Grails. Thanks for being here, Steve. Steve, fingers crossed that you win something, because I never win anything on your channel, ever. It's crazy, dude. Steve was just telling me before the stream started, he's like, where's my channel member benefits? And I felt like saying, like, dude, I've never won a single thing on your channel, because he gives away so much shit over there, and I never win.
Darth Fulcrum is selective.
Yeah, apparently he is. Screw me, right, Darth Fulcrum? Poliana says, everybody has forgotten about the 2 remaining Inquisitors, fourth sister and second brother. Dude, I would still love those, but I feel like Hot Toys is kind of at least drowns my memory out with better stuff, you know? I have those Inquisitors. I have Reva. I have the Grand Inquisitor. I have Vader from the Kenobi show. So it'd be cool to complete that display, but if I'm being honest with you, I'd rather have the Inquisitors from Rebels if I had the choice. Like, if they, like, I wish the Hono line would have continued with more stuff. The Hono line is, like, dead in the water across the board right now. It's actually insane. Like, where's Thor? Who knows? That Rebels line is so cool. I pre-ordered all 3 of those. I was hoping to see some, like, Inquisitors and stuff, but we've seen nothing.
We need more X-Men, buddy.
Yeah, right. I mean, they were doing good for a while with X-Men. They were cranking them out, and then we see a second Wolverine, and we're like, all right, here it goes. You know. What's up, Johnny? Thanks for being. Or sorry, John. I said Johnny. What's up, John? John says, hello, people. Hello, my friend. Yeah, I agree with that. And yes, there you go, Philly. We were both sharing the same point. I was taking forever to scroll down, so I apologize. I kind of stole your point. Let's see. John says, what have I stumbled upon? Seems like a good fit for me. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear it's a good fit. Big Dog Pound says, let's make it 9 more months. A hotline hottie for 9 months. I appreciate you. Big Dog Pound, let's do this. Hold on 1 second. Let me find the... Okay, I'm on the vertical stream. All right, guys. I see why you guys are annoyed. Hold on. I'm on the vertical stream here. Let me go on the horizontal stream, and we'll do this in honor of the holidays and in honor of Big Dog Pound. Big Dog Pound, this is for you, dude. So, guys, we have 5 new hotline hotties. Don't know who's going to get it, but some lucky fellas, ladies out there will get it. We got my dude Ryan, Duck Collector, Figure It Out, Christian Crosshair Cooper, Rod Rob, and SJC. Some great people out there. Congrats on that, my friends. And thank you for hanging out with us. I appreciate you guys for being here as always and for supporting and hanging out. Yeah, see, I never win, dude. And Steve thinks this is a game, bro. It ain't no game, Steve. Malachus says, Hot Toys did us dirty with Andor as Season 2 stuff. I think Andor in general we got done dirty. There was a lot of figures I would have liked. But I will say this. I'm glad that they gave us Cassian from Rogue One. If anything, that's what I wanted the most, and that's what we got, so I'm very happy with that for sure. Zach said boycott InArt. I'm going to read this comment, and then, Mike, I want to kind of hear your thoughts, if any additional thoughts on the Magna Guard, because I know this is like it's a droid, just like clones. You either like it or you don't. Some people don't like side pieces like this, but... Boba Fettuccine in the house. What's up, my friend? Another hotline hottie. He says, Hono started out as such a great concept with quality, great pieces, and wound up being a massive bowl of disappointment. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate that they have kind of dumped that line for what we know is the foreseeable future. It's been quiet. So who knows? Maybe they're reorganizing the team, reevaluating. I don't know.
But it's also kind of been absorbed into Hot Toys, it seems like.
Right.
That Batman that we just got released. And
yeah, why was the joke for the Batman who
left? They're cannibalizing themselves.
That's what I mean. Yeah, exactly. So it's gone away in
Venom.
Yeah. Maybe it's gone away in name only, but if you like comic-inspired stuff, you're still going to get it.
Brick made a great point, though, dude, earlier. He made a post on his story saying, like, Hot Toys should do an absolute Batman. I would buy that so fast, dude. That would be
so many Batman
with like a magnetized axe on his chest. That'd be so sick.
It's like a no-brainer, man. Yeah. I just oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's your turn to kind of share your thoughts, if any, on the Magna Guard.
I just had to show this off real quick. Speaking of Rebels,
rub it in, dude. Rub it in. I forgot that you had that. I remember you showed me.
I don't know why I won't focus on it. I could not stand his look in the show. In the live action show, so I had to pick this up. What the heck? Anyway,
very nice.
Usually, I put my hand behind the head, and then it'll focus on the head.
There you go. Yeah, whatever. You get the point.
Yeah, we get the point. But yeah,
much more accurate. I mean, damn, these were already. This species was already done in live action. So why did they have to mess it up in the show? There's no excuse. Yeah. But with that out of the way, sorry if I'm very loud on the mic.
Oh no, you're good.
Well, you know, I echo a lot of what you guys said with this figure. for me, a big problem I have is the price. $285.
Yeah, we didn't discuss that at all. That's a good
look
point.
at the body. Like, forget about the fact that it's got battery. You can light up the eyes. Okay, that doesn't cost very much. This is all right. Put it to you this way: the battle droid, the B1. This is 90. This is $90 more than the B1. Yeah. B1 was $195. This is $285. I don't see 90 now. Okay, the B1 came out a few years ago, but it didn't come out 10 years ago.
Yeah,
I don't see $285 here, and you're getting. I mean, Thrawn was cheaper than that, wasn't he? $280.
Something like that. A lot of the Ahsoka figures were like $275-ish. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was last year. So I think the price up for this is offensive.
That's a good point. Yeah. That's a good point. It is.
They're taking advantage of the demand.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they know that this is a great companion piece with an already sought after figure, because people are loving the people are throwing out figure of the year for Grievous, right? So yeah, no, he is. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I just like when you think about the engineering on those is fantastic on the B1s, and I think you're also getting that here too. So I get it. And people are going to say like, well, it's a mold they're not going to reuse, and all that is true. They might reuse it once with the silver one.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. $285, like that's the price of a really nice head sculpt figure. But,
yeah. No, it does hurt. The price
with a blade, with a light up blade. You know what I mean? Like all of that. So whatever.
Yeah. The price hurts, but certainly they knew people like me and like a lot of us have the Grievous, and the Grievous is so damn good. You're like, shit, I need this to go with Grievous. Like, this is like his personal bodyguard. This is like, this is who he sends in when he's like, no, I'm better than that. Like, you go take care of it. You know what I mean? So of course
we're still getting clones, thankfully, for what, like $225, $235 without a sculpt. Yeah. So, you can't really blame it on inflation or anything, because those were just announced recently. So.
No, it is overpriced. I would agree with that. Am I still buying it? Yeah, so sure I'm part of the problem, but I want it, dude. I want it. I gotta have it.
You are the problem.
I am the problem. That's true.
I'll join you on that,
great
Shane.
Points. Yeah, right. Same price as Bush Leia. I know. Yeah, that's a great point, dude. Like,
yeah.
Another great point. I know, dude. Like, where the freak is the tan B1, the standard look, or like, the multiple different ranks that we've seen in Phantom Menace, like the one on the staff that they showed. Like, what happened to that?
I'm waiting for that, bro.
I know.
Yeah, those B1s, those sand colored B1s would fly, man. People would love those, especially because it's hard to get the other ones now, I think.
Yeah, this does kind of put it in perspective. K2 was an old mold because they didn't change anything on that. But, yeah, this does kind of put it in perspective. That is pretty crazy because K2 has die cast as well. So it is crazy. I agree. That and, like, the security droids. I love the security droids. I have a couple of those in 3.75 and Black Series. So with the sword and everything, or assassin droid. I guess they're technically a security assassin droid. I don't know the official title for them. But, yeah, those are dope. I would love to see Hot Toys do those. Right, exactly. That's a great way to put it. Yeah, no, it is. I think, I can see the value in it 100%. I do think they priced it a little high though, but I still see the value in it 100%. If not, I wouldn't be buying it. I'm all over this, bro. I'm buying one of these and a silver one 100%, like no question. If it was $290, I would still, you know what I mean? Like I'd still buy it because I have to have it. So maybe they got.
What do you think would have been a proper price range for this?
$275, I think, would have been a more, and I know it's only $10, but still, like, it would be a more acceptable price range. And we do have to consider the stature, I guess. I do think that's a fair assessment. You do have to consider how tall it is and how big the figure is, and it's a unique mold. But Super Battle Droid was $250, so, take with that what you will. But I still think there's value there, like I said. But definitely fair points across the board. We do have a release from InArt. And again, I'm going to be strictly reacting to this one. We'll kind of have like an open discussion on this one. Well, let me still won't. Okay, so I guess screw me on the playback speed, YouTube. I used to do that all the time. Thorin Oakenshield has been released. Now, this one is pretty awesome because the original prototype 3 years ago looked really bad, and this one got a complete makeover. And It's very impressive in the fact that it has multiple different mixed media elements, like with the fur and the different materials on his coat and everything. And not only that, but his hair has multiple different color strands of hair. And I think it's just really like stunning in 1/6 scale. It just looks really good. And good to see that the magnetic eyeballs are continuing to be offered. I hope that stays that way across the board, because that is so much better than their previous options of just like basically ruining your rooted hair to pull the head sculpt open. Like Pattinson would literally open at the crown of the top of his head. Harry would do the same thing, and I felt like that was just a really bad solution. And shout out to InArt for pulling in some technology we've seen in the statue game. And by the way, I think this base is very, very nice looking. It's very elegant. Sticking with the grabber, I'm guessing this one's probably a hybrid, but dude, I
think so. That's what I want. Give me an option.
So MJ is a hybrid.
Okay.
I could speak on that one. He is a hybrid, and I've heard that Catwoman is not. I think Catwoman is just the grabber.
With those heels, I don't think you'd get.
Yeah, I think she's just a grabber, but I would think with this one, he's got some thick soles on those boots.
Yeah, bro.
And
give me the option, and I'm happy. Wonder Woman's both.
I think so.
No, she's just crotch grabber.
She's just.
Oh, is she? Is she? See.
As far as I knew, she was just crotch grabber. That's really disappointing. I don't like the inconsistency, especially in a line.
Bro, Fig, this is the second time he caught your ass on a stream, bro. You're in the doghouse with Flavio now.
Glazio.
Yo, Flavio, forgive me.
Glazio.
Glazio. What's up, Glaze?
Oh, he's talking about how long is it going to take to put this guy together.
Yeah,
you know, I can't excuse that. As much as I love InArt, I don't agree with this at all. I don't like putting figures together. I want to open that box and be like, hell yeah. Like, I'm fine putting on a cape, putting on Snape's cloak or whatever. That's acceptable, because you don't want to like wrinkle that.
Putting accessories in the sheath.
Right, I'm cool with that. But putting the belts on and making me pull out tweezers, no.
This looks intricate.
It does.
This might be the most intricate setup they've ever had.
Now, if the argument is like we don't feel comfortable shipping with all this fine like leather and buckles and stuff like that, we don't, for damage reasons, I get it, you know. But man, it's annoying.
Like MJ, I want to say, bro, that sword looks incredible. It looks so good the way they have it. Like
even
like
the sheath, right?
Yeah, everything looks. He looks so good, man. It's just a work of art. This figure, dude. Like I'm not picking it up, because I'm sticking with just the Lord of the Rings. Because having a random Hobbit figure, I don't know, like, but he looks so beautiful, and you know, but I just don't see them. I don't want 12 dwarves or 13. You know, I just don't need that many. So I wouldn't like go down the line, but I think for people that are getting them, man, you're getting a great figure.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they did a great job on this one. And as someone who's outside of the Lord of the Rings fandom, I've seen this argument a lot from people, like, why are they doing Thorin when there's all these other characters that would pair better with existing figures they've done? It seems to be, like, across the board, the argument people are making. But with that being said, I still think people are going to buy this because they'll have hopes that you'll get those other figures that will go with this one in the future. Yeah. And also, he just looks that good. Like, you know, as someone on the outside looking in, I love that base, by the way.
The thing about the base, though, is like, you know, the Gandalf base and the Aragorn base, they're incredible. And they got weight to them, and they're finely detailed. The Legolas base is just a light little piece of plastic. And so it's a little disappointing. This base is much better than the Legolas base looking. But, man, I miss that kind of like sturdy.
They are getting simpler with a lot of their stuff.
Yeah.
And maybe for a manufacturing standpoint, it's just easier for them to get figures out quicker, and that's the sacrifice they have to make. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, look, you touch the base once, it's not a big deal. I don't mean to make it a big deal. It's just like...
No. I love diorama bases, but I've said this many times. A lot of the Hot Toys ones, just as cool as they look, they are not practical at all. Like Feral Predator. There's barely any room for him to stand on the base, so Fig got dropped out. Hopefully he'll be able to get back in here in a minute. Big Dog Pound says, I hope have both InArt Catwoman and Wonder Woman on pre-order. I hope they knock it out of the park with those figures. Oh, I did not pull up those photos, but the InArt booth that we recently saw them take a bunch of pictures of, I have to say, Wonder Woman was looking pretty damn good there.
Hell yeah, she was, dude.
I'm
excited for her.
I'm having trouble.
Yeah, is everything good?
Like,
now?
I can hear the music, but I can't hear you guys.
Damn.
Is there music?
Yeah,
I don't hear any music.
Go out and come back in.
That's so weird. Damn, I hear no music.
Whole thing's busted at this point.
That's funny. He's got the music and no audio, and I have no music.
Yeah, let me pull up. I want to pull up those photos from InArt really quick. And by the way, guys, take this with a grain of salt. I'll wait till Fig Pozr gets back to say it. But let me pull up. I want to pull up those photos from InArt because I was very impressed by how Wonder Woman was looking. Here. So this was at a recent convention, and I think it was in Tokyo, I want to say. If Kaiju's still here, he can correct me. There's Catwoman. Again, I think she looks awesome with the mask on. I would never even display mine with the mask off, personally, because like this is the iconic look for Catwoman, whether it's this version or any other Catwoman. Like having that mask on to me is like, that's the complete look. She looks great. I gotta say, dude, she looks really good here. And as someone who had the... And by the way, Flavio, I don't know if you're back from your... I think you were on your honeymoon. I would have assumed so. I hope everything went well, and I hope it was a good time, bro. Hopefully Fig's good now. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. My bad.
Right,
I couldn't hear it earlier.
He said, Travis said the vertical view. What is going on, bro? YouTube is just setting me up for failure at this point. No music for Game Shift. All right, well, the music is... It exists in some realm. It exists. But yeah, I just wanted to pull up this photo of the Wonder Woman because I feel like she's been significantly improved, and I think she looks really good here. And I'm very impressed with how it's looking now. And this was a figure when I first saw it, I was like, ugh, they didn't really do my girl Gal Gadot justice. But I'm glad with my decision of selling my WB100 and pre-ordering this one. I think she looks awesome, and I'm looking forward to it. So I've been told this, as of this morning, I was told this morning that Clark Kent and Superman will be going up for pre-order before the end of the year. They also said, and there's some conflicting information on this one. What was the other one? What is the other one that's like almost ready? I'm trying to think of why am I drawing a blank on this? It'll come to me.
BVS Batman?
Not BVS Batman. It'll come to me. But maybe it's in these photos. I'll see it. But apparently Superman and Clark Kent will most likely go up for pre-order this month. When it comes to the other figure I'm thinking of, apparently licensing is being finalized. I was told by someone... Oh, sorry, Terminator. That's what it was. I was told this morning that Terminator was going to go up for pre-order by the end of this month as well. But then someone else who I know gets like information about InArt stuff. They told me that they heard that they're still finalizing the licensing. So we'll see. I think the Clark Kent and Superman is a more safe bet because those figures were shown like 3 years ago. So...
And they did not look very impressive back then, and they look awesome now.
Dude, they look really good.
Does it look like he's got like the Clark Kent looks like, I don't know, something weird going on with the hair. Like there's like a bandana over his ear there. See that? Or something like to keep the hat in place. Maybe they haven't finalized that or figured that out yet.
Is that like a liner that he had in his hat in the movie? I don't know.
I don't think he had a liner, but
I don't
yeah, it looks kind of weird, right?
Yeah,
I'm sure they're gonna fix that or figure that out.
I don't know, but he looks really good, and like even just from that shot, you could see how good the tailoring is on the suit.
I'm so glad
these are gonna be grills.
Yeah, these are great. And you know what's nice about these is like,
thank you, Moose.
You can really buy these as a gift. You know, like you don't have to like these aren't just for toy collectors. You know, like these are just a beautiful piece to have. Like any guy like, you know, from my age, older, like this is a beautiful piece to have.
Or just me, because I'm...
Well, no, I mean, listen, you can give it to a 15-year-old. It doesn't matter. But I just mean like, you know, if you have an office and you don't have anything like this in there, and you've got a Clark Kent or a Superman in there, it's cool, you know?
Yeah. All right, Flavio is back. I'm glad to hear you had a great time, bro. And thank you, Moose. I'm sorry, guys. There was a Japan Con that went on around the same time, but this is from Singapore Comic-Con. Yeah. And Travis, I just got your joke. Travis is basically saying, oh, if you want the music, you got to watch the vertical view. Sorry, I misunderstood what you were saying. Let's see. Figured Out says it's a slit for the glasses to go into Clark Kent like Hot Toys Doc Brown. Really?
You know, at first I thought that, but that looks egregious.
That looks, yeah, I was going to say, if you could be right, but if that is the case, that looks terrible. Like, that is pretty, like, look, it even, like, molds around the ear. The ear is, like, pointy.
That's what I was noticing,
strange. You might be right, though, actually,
you
figure it out.
might be right. Or it might still be early days with it. I don't know.
You might actually be right. But regardless, generally speaking, I think let's take that out of the equation. It does look really good. Like the
glasses look a
really
little
nice
oversized, a little thick. I don't know.
I think that's like just the time, dude. That's like a 78 pair of glasses right there. I'm still not hugely sold on how the shield looks, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, the blue
it should be
line
more set in, right?
Yes. Yeah. Or just like flat completely with
But on the same hand, it is insane how they got that like vacuumed look to his abdominals that like Reeve used to do in the suit. Like, dude, it's actually the proportions are nutty on that.
He busted his ass to get definition and be like ripped for this movie.
Yeah.
And when he put on the suit, he lost all of that.
Right.
Because they just didn't have like kind of technology back then. So, but yeah, he was. I can't wait for that figure, man.
Yeah, it looks good. I'm very excited to see the pricing. Obviously, there's going to be a 2-pack. I've heard with Terminator, by the way, Negan looks freaking incredible. The Terminator apparently is going to be just like a swap out clothing set, which is unfortunate. I was hoping they would do a 2-pack.
Okay, I kind of like that. I kind of like that you get it all in one though, dude.
Yeah, I personally
feel about the head
prefer
sculpts?
this. I think they look good. I honestly, the problem is, I think Hot Toys did such a great job on the new Terminator sculpts. I don't think these top those personally. This is the look I'll go for because that's like the iconic look in my opinion from the first Terminator is like those shades. I just love this pose right here. Like this is like exactly how I want to pose mine. I never really cared for the really shitty practical effects that they used back in the day for the T1.
When he's looking in the mirror.
Yeah. It just looks a lot better in T2. And plus, I have my battle damage T2, so for me, like this clean look is.
That's what I was gonna say. Like I've got the battle damage T2 coming, but I think Hot Toys did a better job of the likeness. And then
I do too.
Once again, you're seeing InArt's fatal flaw, their Achilles heel hair. I think they gave him David hair from the Lost Boys. You remember that figure, the sideshow?
Yeah, I have that one. Yeah. Trust me, I know exactly. It's so crazy to me that InArt is so spot on with their rooted hair, and their sculpted hair is just like awful. I don't get it.
I know, like I know hair isn't the easiest thing to do, but their likenesses are so good that you would think that they could nail the hair. But Hot Toys still is the king with hair. Yeah,
that's a dope bust. Really dope bust. That's cool.
Yeah, that is great.
So this is getting into the larger scale stuff and the 1/12 scale stuff. A couple more quick 1/6 scale things that I want to talk about before we move on. But yeah, Thorin looks cool. I'm guessing, Fig, did you get Thorin? Did you have any like additional thoughts on Thorin before we move on from him?
I was just about to say, let me just real quick. So Thorin, right? First of all, I was very upset when they announced that. Not because I thought it was a bad figure, but because of the timing. Like I felt like Gimli was very needed. You just gave us Legolas, Gandalf, Aragorn. You're filling out the whole big four, and you can't even give us Gimli. Like, do you know how well Gimli would have sold? And it's like, you know, Thorin is cool because you can, if you have a Gandalf, you could put him with your Thorin, and if they make a Bilbo, you could put those three together, and that's really all you need. But that's for a later time. Like, focus on the meat and potatoes right in front of you, which is, you know, the original Lord of the Rings trilogy. So that kind of upset me because I'm trying to get through that line, and I want them to make as much as possible. But it's a beautiful figure, like you guys said. And to those that's getting it, I'm very happy. I'm just patiently waiting for more trilogy figures.
Yeah, I've heard some people say that it could be a licensing thing. Like if they signed a contract that included both films for a certain amount of years, and that was 5 years, let's say, or whatever it may be. And, you know, it might be a contractual thing where they had to make a Hobbit figure in a certain period of time. So I don't know, but I'd love to see a Gimli too.
Yeah.
Badly.
Yeah.
No problem, Ryan. Thanks for being here, bro. And yeah, I'm interested to see more of that endoskeleton. Obviously, that one's probably going to take a little bit longer. And another thing, like figured out, pointed out. And by the way, what's up, Tijuana Mike? Sorry I missed you. I saw someone saying what's up to you. Sorry I missed you jumping in earlier. Figured out, pointed out also the hair is too dark. It's like they made it black and it's supposed to be like a lighter brown.
Yeah. Somebody else talked about practical effects being the best, and I do completely agree.
Oh no, look, OG fan.
There you go, OG. We agree with you.
I love practical effects. Mike and I were just talking about this the other day because I had Mike watch. He was asking me like about some horror movies that I liked that he hadn't seen, and we were talking about. I don't know if you guys have seen 13 Ghosts, But there's like a lot of really amazing practical effects in that movie, and it's like a classic, dude. But no, I much prefer practical effects where it's possible. I'm just saying I don't prefer what they did in T1 over T2 when it comes to the battle damage. Let me make that clear. I love practical effects.
Yeah.
They beat the hell out of Matthew Lillard.
Yeah.
Snapped him in half, bro. That's what I said to Mike.
Damn.
That's what I was saying to Mike. I was like, how'd you feel about them snapping Matthew Lillard in half? Like it was heartbreaking, dude, because you didn't like him at first. And then you
That's right when you come around on him. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And they're like, he gives his life for the dad and everything. But they're doing a show.
Yeah.
So Mike actually was the first one to point it out to me. They're doing a show, and we're guessing what they're going to do is touch on all of the ghosts. And obviously there was like behind the scenes like extra content on the original DVD release where it kind of explained each one. But I'm guessing we'll get like a full live action look at each one.
Yeah, that was actually part of the announcement, is that the show is going to focus on the origin of the
so
ghost.
They did actually bring. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. I'm excited for that. That's going to be really cool. And it's a good way to like revisit the franchise all these years later without like messing with what the first movie gave us. Yeah, Adam. I think they're probably on par. I think they look good to me.
No. I agree. Like the size of the glasses. I just meant the thickness of the thickness
that
of the
happens,
frames, but it's hard in that scale.
Right. When they mass produce glasses, I remember Doggy Doc Customs was talking about this when companies, because he obviously sculpts for a lot of companies, and he was saying like he's done glasses for like Mondo and stuff, and he shows like his glasses look just like they do in the film, and then when Mondo mass produces them, they're like giant, like thick glasses like the Chuck E. Cheese would give you as a kid.
Right.
Like, it's crazy.
There's probably less breakage and stuff with that. It's safer to manufacture.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because for accuracy's sake, you lose out on a lot. But I just wanted to talk about this really quick because I think this is freaking awesome.
It's great.
So this is from Facepool. Out of all companies, I know they've been doing like a lot of like World War II movie figures and stuff, but it's been long overdue to get a rescue cap since the Hot Toys one is way outdated. And this has real leather everything. You've got real leather jacket, real leather boots, real wood and metal Thompson, real metal shield, real metal helmet. Like everything on it is like quality materials.
Wow.
And the sculpt, Fig and I were talking about, the sculpt does look goofy with the helmet off, but with the helmet on, it's pretty freaking spot on.
Great, dude. With that helmet on, that looks better than a
lot of the Hot Toy sculpts.
Yeah. It looks better than the Johnny Storm.
Yeah,
for sure.
Like, it looks really good, man. And this is a look that I've always personally wanted because I just love like. It's like the origin of Cap, you know, what did he start out doing? They had him doing all those like commercials and stuff to get people to enlist in the military. And like, this has that origin story aspect to it. And I think this is really cool. So I definitely want this. And I had sold off all my caps to get the stealth suit because that would be like my definitive cap. But I always said, if they ever do a new rescue, I'll get it. And I don't think Hot Toys is going to quite do it on this level with like the real leather and the metal shield. They did a metal helmet on the original. But I imagine they would probably go back on that nowadays. But dude, this is sick, man. This looks excellent. Like that head sculpt with the helmet on looks pretty damn good. I think this looks really
That commercial
good.
suit was fire.
Yeah. The Star Spangled Man.
Yeah, it looked just like the comics.
Yeah,
that's
Hot
cool.
Toys did that years ago too. The Star Spangled Man. Yeah, Negan looks awesome. That's cool. Lucky her, dude. That's a good
That is
tag
really
right
cool.
there.
She's cool, man. I like her on the videos and stuff. She's a lot of fun.
She's awesome. Yes, Kaju said he loves Facepool. Yes, this is Facepool, Yomo. And it looks great, man. Like, and there's two versions. There's a deluxe special edition with this bonus base and some other stuff. I can't remember exactly. There are some photos. Let me see. Some photos of everything it comes with. Oh yeah, here's like the little breakdown of everything I kind of just said. Metal helmet, real leather jacket, metal shield, metal and wood weapon, real leather boots. Like, dude, like, you know, we talk about like Hot Toys being like inconsistent with materials and stuff. See, like with the helmet off and this like harsh lighting, it does look a little goofy. But when you have that helmet on and like it kind of completes that silhouette, it looks really good, man. So this would be the standard version here. I love the 1911 with the World War II style holster, which I actually have a World War II era 1911 that was actually used in combat, and I have the holster with it in real life.
Dude, that is awesome.
Yeah, so that's like one of my prized guns.
Wow.
And, so it's cool to see this in 1/6 scale.
Those are leather boots?
Yeah, real leather boots, dude. Jesus, oh yeah, so you get a
They went
battle
all out.
damaged. Yeah,
It's
they
amazing.
did, bro. It is like out of nowhere too. Like out
This
of
on
nowhere.
kit?
Not yet. It should be up like any day now. But yeah, you get a battle damage jacket, which is pretty cool. I'd probably go the clean look, but I like that they're including extra stuff.
Wait, can you? So what's in the standard?
This is the standard. You don't get that diorama base, which I think is like.
Oh yeah, that's
kind of selling it. Like that's really cool. And he could stand on the thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So I would definitely go deluxe, which I do anyway with most figures. But yeah, this is fire, man. This is really cool. I'm definitely gonna pick this up for sure. Yeah,
and the timing is impeccable, isn't it? I'm not gonna get into anything, but you know.
Yeah, this is a good kind of standalone figure.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I thought that everything from the neck down on that Punisher looked cool. I just did not like those head sculpts. I didn't like the Present Toys head sculpts either. John Bernthal seems kind of hard to sculpt for most people. The Hot Toys sculpt is pretty good, but of course that one has flaking pleather on the jacket, so I didn't buy it. I wish we'd have got like a proper like Punisher show Frank Castle from Hot Toys, not the Daredevil version. As cool as he looks, like, come on. So unfortunately, I wish I liked the Facepool sculpts. The figure itself looked excellent, but yeah, I couldn't justify it myself. But I will be picking this up, and the timing is really good because there's a drought for like the OG MCU stuff that everybody wants, and yeah, this couldn't come at a better time because, like I said, I was just talking about this the other day with a friend. I'm like, dude, if they ever do a new rescue, I would love to get it. Like, I feel like it was only like a few weeks ago, and here we are. So I will be picking this up for sure. I don't know pricing or anything. If I had to guess, maybe this will be like $285 for the deluxe, $250 for the standard. If I had to guess,
jackets,
$265. Yeah, I mean, it's third party, so who knows? I mean, their prices are usually pretty fair, but I guess we'll find out. Maybe, maybe they'll be.
There's no rolling eyes, right?
I don't believe so. No.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, there you go, Moose. Perfect timing to get the Facepool one. Last quick little topic, something very exciting. We're finally getting a boxing version of Rocky in 1/6 scale, and it's not a statue; it is posable. And for those who don't know, this is from it does, and these figures are done by Stallone shop, but they are actually manufactured by Caustic Plastic. So, as someone who owns a lot of their figures and knows how good their quality is, I am very excited for this. This is just like a little quick teaser video. I know Dario, who works with Sly Stallone shop on a lot of the projects that they do. He was able to look at this in hand, I think, recently. Him and Fabio from Caustic Plastic. But we also have a couple pictures. This guy, if you follow him on Instagram, I think he's like the head of marketing or something for Sly Stallone shop, or head of merchandising stuff. He's always tossing little teasers on his story. So follow him if you want to get little teasers here and there, because he's been doing it for quite a while. So he posted some pictures, and that's the Italian Stallion right there, man. He looks really good. That body is nuts, man.
That's on point, man. That's what he looked like.
Yeah, dude. Really, really
cool.
The
detail is sharp.
Yeah, and it has that Caustic Plastic feel, because, you know, they're doing the Jean-Claude Van Damme custom body and everything for Bloodsport, for Frank Dukes, and this has that feel to it, so I could tell that Caustic has their hand in it. But, dude, he looks good, man. I will absolutely be picking this up. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. I passed on, like, all of the other versions they did of, like, him with, like, the hanging meat slab and everything, and in the jogging outfit and stuff. I passed on all of that. So, and the Lone Shark, they did the Lone Shark one. Now's my time to shine with the Apollo Creed trunks. Like, this is the one I've always wanted. We'll see what else they do. You know, I hope they do Apollo Creed. He's like one of my second favorite characters. And,
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, especially because Carl Weathers has passed away.
Yeah,
and we never got Grief. I know, man. Yeah. We never got Grief Karga. We never got Dylan from Predator. We never got any figures of him in 6 scale other than from frickin' Star Race.
Yeah, he would be great to have on the shelf, man.
I just want a figure of Carl Weathers. He was always one of my favorite actors.
Me too. Up. As a kid, I thought he was so cool. It was great to see him return triumphantly in The Mandalorian, wasn't it?
I know, and I loved his character, and they had so many freaking chances to do a figure of him.
Mando.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Man, he was so good in Mando, and like when he became the magistrate and he had that super fancy outfit, I was like, cool, this is a great outfit. Let's get this one. And
Yeah, it is cool to think that like he had an impression on a whole new generation, right?
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, and yeah, this one's definitely going to be pricey with that custom body and stuff. But if you're only getting one Rocky like myself, this is the one I've wanted. I wanted the one in the Apollo Creed trunk, so I will be picking this up for sure. Yes, unfortunately, yes. Star Ace has done Drago, and it looks terrible. Everything Star Ace does, apart from like their creature
Monsters.
figures,
Yeah,
everything else looks freaking terrible, dude. They all look bad. Oh, dude, that'd be so cool, man. That's a great idea. That'd be so just anything. I mean, if I could pick one, it would be Apollo Creed, but Dylan from Predator would be a close second.
Oh, dude, and they'd have to give you the arms. The son of a bitch. Yes.
The hands.
Yeah.
Or you can have his arm removable.
That's what I mean. Like, just so it's like perfect.
Oh, man.
If they both had the removable arm for that.
That'd be so sick, man. They're definitely going to give us a new Dutch at the very least.
Yeah. I want two. I want a clean and a muddy. And then I'd be happy.
I have a muddy custom. I still have to get it redone and I talked to somebody who does customs about doing like all of the primal weapons and stuff that he built, like the spear and the bow and everything. And he's going to repaint the figure and stuff. But I have one that a dude spent like a crap ton of money on. Like he said the sculpt alone, he spent $500 on, and I paid $180 for the figure as a whole. He was on Mercari just giving stuff away. I didn't understand it, but I still don't understand it, but I have it in my collection, and it looks cool, but I need all the weapons and stuff and the torch and everything, so.
They can't make rain and not make Dutch.
I know.
Yeah, right?
Right, or even like, looking at Badlands, there's a lot of stuff. They haven't announced anything else for Badlands, and that's so unfortunate. I had a feeling they were going to pull that. I really wanted the father. I really wanted Quay. A lot of people, of course, want some of the other things you could get from that movie, like I even saw somebody say they wanted one of the android henchmen. I'm like, I wouldn't care about that personally. It would be cool.
Would you buy her legs? They were in a pretty pivotal scene.
Where she was like fucking
legs so separately.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest with you, anything from that universe I'd probably buy in general. Like any Alien or Predator stuff I'd be probably on board with.
Yeah. I'm happy we at least got the deck.
Yeah,
it's like one of those catch-22s. Like, so if they teased the figures, then it would push deck sales. But then they don't release those figures, and it pisses everybody off.
Yeah. I like Najor. Obviously, being an elder Predator, has like crazy armor. He had the biggest sword. Like he looked really badass, and the fact that we can't recreate that final scene between him and Deck is unfortunate. Or even like the first scene with Quay and Najor. It's unfortunate. So
yeah, Quay had a cool look. He looked good.
He looked badass, dude. He was really bulky and and also he was a cool character. So I'm really hoping to see more from that film. It's not looking good, but I still have faith, and I'm gonna say it now, and everybody's gonna say who cares. I still think we're gonna get Ares from Tron, which is one that I want. I still think we're going to get that figure. They showed it again at a recent event, so, hey.
I lost my trust with Hot Toys, bro. Like, when the Batman made over 800 or 700K in theaters, and they didn't make not the Penguin, Catwoman. Like, when I see, even the Riddler, when I seen they didn't do that, I realized anything goes with Hot Toys. Never trust them.
Yeah, it's like that movie, like, did so well at the box office, and then we just got that. And then, the Fantastic Four did not perform very well. And we got the whole soft vinyl Galactus. We got it's like, it's very hit or miss.
Yeah, and like this was the best selling Predator film of all time. And like, they've only done one figure set. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. So hopefully we'll see that maybe they'll do more. Maybe they'll surprise us towards the end of this year. Because I have a feeling it's a good sign that we got 2 announcements this week. I think that's a very good sign that they're probably about to go ham before Chinese New Year with releases and announcements.
Oh yeah, they definitely are. That would be cool if they started announcing some stuff that we thought was not going to happen.
Yeah, well, Kaiju, since you're a lot closer than us, you should roll down to HQ and let them know, like, hey, we got a guy that wants some Fox X-Men stuff. I want more Predator stuff. So does Mike. Mike wants some Alien.
Predator and Alien.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Just let them know. Like, you're so close.
Please.
Like, why not?
Give me a Ripley, man. What the hell?
Hey, I've
Any
got
early 2000s
I've got
Marvel.
2 Ripleys in my collection.
Yeah, that'd be good too. Yeah.
Affleck, Daredevil, damn, anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see, bro. We'll see. I think there's a lot of potential for a lot of stuff, and they won't talk to Kaiju. Well, maybe we got to talk to the Figure Hideout. He's got them on his line, so we got to talk to the Figure
hates
Hideout.
him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's probably the case. That's what I was about to say that, but you took the words out of my mouth. But guys, believe it or not, it's going to wrap it up. Big reminder before everybody starts jumping out. If you weren't here at the beginning of the stream, make sure, watch the beginning of the stream. I tell you how to enter the giveaway. You'll have to comment something on the stream replay. If it's on the vertical or the horizontal replay, I'll make sure regardless that I count your comments. So don't worry. And I promise, guys, moving forward, I will disable the vertical live stream. Your voices have been heard. Also, again, when it comes to the giveaway, there's 2 giveaways. One where you have to comment. If you're a channel member, there's another one for a different figure where you don't have to do anything. You're just automatically entered. You do have to be a channel member at the time of the drawing, which will be I'll be closing the giveaway the second week of January, that Monday at 11:59 p.m. EST. So, yeah, I think at that point I'll just lose a lot of subs, and we'll just be going downhill from there. But I appreciate you guys, each and every one of you. Mike, thank you for making it. I appreciate you. Again, I know your schedule's super tough, so I get so happy when you're able to make it. And I'm glad that you were able to stay for the whole thing. I tried to keep it within reason. I know Fig Pozr is working around his schedule too, so great to have you on, bro.
He's on his way to work right now.
Dude, he's working.
I'm about to clock in.
He's actively working. He's actively working. He said hashtag delete vertical live stream. That's the new one. Thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate you. Big dog pound, everybody. Guys, links in the description for not only Thrawn's office on Instagram, but also Fig Pozr on Instagram. Check him out.
I think I'm Real Mike Litteris on Instagram.
Oh, you
now.
Changed it. That's right. You changed it. Real Mike Litteris. Sorry, no longer Thrawn's office. I have to update that in the description because it does say Thrawn's office and then your Instagram below. So
people didn't like Thrawn's
goated
office.
username.
I
liked it, but I'll have to update that. But yes, check out the Real Mike Litteris, and I'm sure you guys will be seeing Fig around here a lot more. He's trying to get into live streaming, trying to share his thoughts, sharing the excitement, and of course, bro, we'd love to have you because him and I chat almost basically every day at this point. So I'm sure we'll see you back here very soon. Maybe even next stream. Who knows? We got to work around your schedule, but he's like, I don't know about all that, but we'll see.
Hey, maybe. You never know. If you'll have me.
Of course, bro. It was great to have you on, and like I said, like Fig and I have been chatting forever, and I've been kind of like throwing it breadcrumbs here and there, and we kind of talked about it more the other day, and he's like, dude, I promise Brick I'll be on his stream first, and he made it happen over there. I was like, cool, now that that's out of the way, now you got to come online. And he was like, I got you. So I appreciate you. Thanks, guys, again, and thank you everybody in the chat. Again, make sure you enter the giveaway. Make Lane happy. He's excited to ship out these figures, I'm sure. So make sure you enter the giveaway, and we'll see you hopefully next Tuesday at 7 p.m. EST. I'll decide then what I want to do because I know it's very close to traveling, and everybody's going to be moving around all over the place. So I don't want to intrude on that or take away from that. So we'll see. But if there's something crazy next week, maybe I won't be able to resist. So take care, everybody, and we'll see you hopefully next Tuesday at 7 p.m. EST. If not, if I don't see you guys, have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate, take care, and I hope you get everything you asked for, because my girlfriend already told me that I'm not allowed to have anything 1/6 scale, so screw me, right? But take care, everybody. Right. See you guys.